Okay, so let's continue with where we left. Okay, we were doing this problem. We finished first part doing the load curve. To rephrase it again. Okay, initially we found out displacement, slide displacement, load displacement, and how much is the displacements per each hold and length of the vessel. Then we got this load curve. Now, second part is we have to find the curve of shearing force. We have to find out the shearing force's value and we'll be plotting it on the curve. I guess still somebody's audio is... Okay. That's okay. Okay. So we'll be using the same load curve which we have plotted here to use for us for doing the shearing forces, for producing the shearing forces curve. Now, normally, how do we do a shearing force curve? This is the load curve which we have already done. This is the length of the vessel, 0 to 45 meters, and we have taken at 5 meters intervals, or rather, if we say like 5 meters of bulkheads. At 5 meters bulkhead, what will be your shearing forces at 5, 10, 15, and 20? This is basically your bulkheads positions of the vessel. We'll be calculating at each 5 meters what will be our shearing forces. Okay. So how do you calculate that is, first if we take shearing forces at 0, normally how do we calculate is whatever area is to the left of 0. At 0, there is nothing left. So shearing forces at 0 meters will be 0. You will start off with 0. Now what is the shearing forces at 5 meters? That is at 5 meters. If you want to calculate what is the shearing forces at 5 meters, we need to calculate what is the area left of it. That is from 0 to 5 meters. So basically we are going to calculate this area. What is this area? Okay. So for that, if shearing forces at 5 meters forward of perpendicular will be 2 tons per meter. That is this load, 2 tons per meter, and the distance 5 meters from 0 to 5. So it will be 2 tons per meter into 5 meters, which will give you 10 tons. That is the shearing force at bulkhead 5 or at 5 meters is 10 tons. Again, if you want to calculate shearing forces at 10 meters, that is from 0 to 10. It will be again same. Your load is still, it is still 0 to 2. So it will be, load will be 2 tons per meter. The distance will be 10 meters. So your shearing force at 10 meters will be 20 tons. Again, if you want to calculate shearing forces at 15 meters, that is basically from here to here. So it will be, again, it is on the positive side, 0 to 2 tons per meter into distance, which will give you 30 tons. So till up to 15 meters, it is plain, because till 15 meters, we had only on the positive side and the load was 2 tons per meter. Now, when we come back, when we go to 20 meters, when we come to 20 meters, from 0 to 15, you will have the positive side, and from 5 to 20, you will be having on the negative side. So you need to combine both. So you need to add both. So what you will do, if you want to find out the shearing forces at 20 meters, it will be basically 2 tons per meter into 15, which is this area. 2 tons per meter into 15 plus it will be minus 4 ton per meter, because again after 15 meters our load graph has come down and it has come up to minus 4. So minus 4 meters, this into 5 meters up to 20 meters. So minus 4 ton per meter into 5 meters distance. So that will give you 10 tons. Okay. Now you have to find out shearing forces at midship. Midship is somewhere here, 22.5. So it will be again same. You have to calculate from 0 to 15. 0 to 15 will be on the positive side. That is 2 tons per meter into 15 meters plus minus 4 tons per meter, and from 15 to 22.5, which will give you 7.5 meters. You do that, you will get 0. Okay. So it is basically we are finding out these values and we will be plotting these values on a graph to get how the curves of a shearing force will look like. Okay. And again, we need to find the shearing force at 25 meters. Again, it will be 2 tons per meter into 15 plus minus 4 ton per meter into 10 meters. 10 meters means from 15 to 25. Same will apply for the next from 15 to 30. So your value will be minus 30 here and minus 20 here. It is basically, if you plot on the graph, it started from 0, went on the positive direction till 30, then came back to 0, then it is going on the negative direction. Now when you want to calculate at 35, when you want to calculate at 35, you will have this 0 to 15 on the positive side, from 15 to 30 on the negative side. That is basically 2 tons per meter into 15 plus minus 4 tons per meter into 15 up to this. And again, you will have on the positive side plus 2 tons per meter into 5 meters. That is up to 35. So basically this whole area, this area, and from 30 to 35. This will be on the positive. This will be on the negative. Again, this will be on the positive. So that will give you minus 20 tons. In same fashion you do for 40 and 45, you will get all these values. So once you write down all these values, it starts from 0, goes to 10, 20, 30, then again comes back, goes on the negative side. Okay, so these are the values at 5 meters of intervals of bulkheads. What is your shearing forces? Now if you plot this on a graph, this is how your graph will look like. So basically you have your shearing forces here on the positive and the negative side, and this is the length of the vessel, and we have divided it into at 5 meters intervals. So basically it is starting off with 0. At 5 meters, what was the shearing force? At 5 meters, it was 10 tons. So we are plotting it at 10. Again at 10 meters, it was 20 tons. So you're plotting it at here. So in the same fashion, you plot all the values, you will be getting this graph. It goes maximum up to here, then comes back at midship, then goes on the negative side and comes back to 0. So this is how your shearing force will look like. Okay. So any doubts in this, calculating shearing forces and how to draw a curve?
No, sir.
All understood, right? Okay, fine. So that is how you do a shearing force curve. Now let's after shearing force, let's see how to do our bending moment. So we finished load curve, we finished shearing forces. Now we'll be doing what curve of bending moments. So before going into curve of bending moments, here for finding shearing forces, we add the basically the load into the length. Here we'll be calculating areas for bending moment, and most of it will be using these two formulas: area of a triangle, which all you know, area is half base into height, and we'll be using a area of a trapezium, which is a plus b by 2 into base. A is on the either sides, and this will be your base. We will be using these two formulas for finding out the area. Now we are going to find out the bending moments. We are going to get the bending moments value, and we'll be plotting it on the graph. Okay. So again, for finding out bending moments, we'll be using the same shearing force curve which we have got, and we'll be finding out the areas. This is the shearing force curve which we have already done. Okay. Now again, at 0, it is going to start at 0 value. So for BM, bending moment at 0 will be 0. And to calculate bending moment at 5 meters, at 5 meters, that is basically you have to calculate at 5 meters, means basically this is the area you're going to calculate, that is this from 0 to 5. So this is the area which you will be calculating. So what will be that? It is basically half base into height. Your base will be 5 meters, your height will be 10 tons. So that will give you half into 5 meters into 10 tons, which will give you 25 ton meter. So your bending moment at 5 meters will be 25 ton meter. So again, if you want to calculate bending moment at 10 meters, so it is basically you're going to calculate at 10 meters, this portion. So if you want to calculate at 10 meters, it will be basically this whole area. So again, it will be half base. Your base will be from 0 to 10 into 20 tons. That is from, this will be your height, 20 tons. So that will give you 100 ton meter. So this will be your BM at 10 meters. It will be 100 tons meter. So again, your BM at 15 meters. So again, you will have the triangle from here to here. This is the whole area which you will be calculating. So again, your base will be, half base will be from 0 to 15. Base is 15 meters and your height is 30 tons. So half into 15 meters into 30 tons will give you 225 tons meter. Okay. So we have completed up to calculating up to 15 meters. Now we need to calculate, now next is 20 meters. At this 20 meters, we need to calculate. Now what happens when you want to calculate at 20 meters, that is when we need to, that is the entire area left of 20 meters from here to here. If you see here, there will be two areas. You can't get one triangle. You have to calculate from 0 to 15. This will be a triangle. And from 15 to 20, if you see, this will be actually a trapezium. Okay, from 15 to 20. So you'll be basically calculating area of a triangle from 0 to 15 and area of a triangle trapezium from 15 to 20 meters. And you will be combining these two areas to get the entire area for 0 to 20. So that will be basically BM at 20 meters will be half base into height, your first triangle, half into 15 meters into 30. Your half into 15 meters into 30. And next area will be A plus B by 2 into 15. Okay, so 30 plus 10 by 2 into 15, that will be this trapezium. Okay, so you calculate that, you will get 325 ton meter. Okay, so that will be your bending moment at 20 meters. Now again, bending moment at 22.5 meters, that is at midship. Your vessel is 45 meters, so your midship is 22.5. So to calculate BM at 22.5 will be, that is basically at this point, at midship. So if you say, we can take one whole triangle here. Basically, at whatever place you're going to calculate, left of it, the left portion, whatever area has to be calculated. So this will be one entire triangle till 22.5. So it will be, base will be again 22.5 and the height will be 30. So that is what half base 22.5 into 30 will give you 337.5 ton meter. So that will be your BM at 22.5 meters. Okay. And next we'll be calculating BM at 25 meters. So when you calculate BM at 25 meters, we know already we have calculated till this area, till 22.5, we have already calculated in this. We have already calculated and we got 337.5. So we can add till 22.5 already calculated. The rest 2.5 only has to be calculated. But if you see the rest remaining 2.5 meters, it is on the negative side. That is basically from this area, from 22.5 till this. So this is the area which has to be calculated, and it will be, again, it's a triangle. So it will be half base. Your base will be 2.5 meters, because from 22.5 to 25 meters, base will be 2.5 and the height will be 10. Only thing, this 10 will be minus 10 because it is on the downward direction, minus 10. So it will be half base into minus 10. So that will give you 325 ton meter. Okay. So we have calculated up to 25 meters. Again, when you want to calculate BM at 30 meters, similar fashion, we have calculated up to 22.5. We know it is 337.5. We need to calculate for the remaining 7.5 meters, 7.5 meters. So basically we are calculating up to for this value at 30. So from 22.5, we already know the value. So we need to just calculate from this area. We need to add to that area. Okay. So it will be 337.5 plus half base. Your base is from 22.5 till 30 meters. That will be 7.5 meters. And your height will be up to minus 30. So half into 7.5 meters into minus 30 will give you 225 ton meter. So that will be your BM at 30 meters, 225 ton meter. Now to calculate at BM at 35, what we can do, we have already calculated up to 30 and we got the value 225. So we can keep it at till 30, we know the value, it is 225. We need to calculate for the remaining 5 meters. So till 30 I have calculated. I know my value, it is 225. I need to calculate from 30 to 35 only the area. But here if you see, the area which I have to calculate is basically from 30 to 35 and it is actually a trapezium. right? So this is the area which I have to calculate. So that will be again minus 30 tons, A plus B by 2 into distance. So minus 30, the both sides. This will be minus 30 and this will be minus 20 into 5 meters, which will give me 100 tons meter. So in same fashion, if you calculate for all 35 and next 40, this will be your values. It started off from 0, 25, and slowly it went up to 30, 337.5, then it came down. So now if you see your bending moment at midship is maximum, is 337.5. The reason being, because in our example, we have loaded 3 equal compartments was there. We loaded 90 tons in the midship compartment. So obviously your midship is, the stresses are more. So at midship, the stresses is going to be maximum. If you plot these values on a graph, this is how your graph will look like. Here on the x-axis, you will have bending moments. I have taken maximum up to 350 because somewhere you will have 337 here. And this will be your length of vessel at 5 meters intervals. So you start plotting the graph. This is the graph, how it will look like, your bending moment graph. So here if you see, your maximum BM occurs at midship, at this place. It occurs at midship at 337.5 ton meter. Okay, then it comes down. So this is how your bending moment curves look like. Okay. So understood how to calculate BM values and plot it on a graph. I have another 2.5 minutes left because since it's recording, it will stop. Even if the session stops, just be online. I will, because the video has to get converted. Once the video converts in 3-4 minutes, I'll be back online again. If you have any doubts, we can, because maybe while talking, it might shut down, but I'll come back within 2 minutes. The video has to get converted. Okay. So any doubts in this till your BM, in the BM? Any doubts, guys? Understood? Okay, fine. So maybe my video will stop in another less than a minute. Okay, so if you have, if you don't have any doubts, then we will finish it off. Okay, because that is the only thing which I have left with. So that is how you will find out your load curve, your shearing force curve, and your bending moment. Yes.
Sir, this is the only problem, or we have one more any problem? This is the only problem.
No, this is a typical fashion for shearing force, how you do it. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe what I'll do, I will, no, this is one similar fashion, one problem where you have all combinations for finding out your shearing force, bending moment, and load curve. Okay. You will have similar type of this thing, only finding out the values will be different. That's all. Maybe instead of loading in number 2 compartment, if you load in 1 and 3 compartment, your values will change. Finding out areas will change. Maybe I'll look for one more problem and I will post it to you. Okay. So that you will have that also.
Okay.
But basically the concept is same. Whatever in shearing forces and bending moments, there you find out with the distance and the load, and here you find out with the area. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So then we'll finish this session, or anybody wants to discuss something? Okay then guys, I'll stop recording.